venues in college football. Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. Week 6 of the college football season, and our EA Sports college football coverage continues with what ought to be a great one. Stanford ready to kick it away to start this game. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Notre Dame's offense will get first crack at it today. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing. Sometimes it just gets away. Sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time because all you heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Bob.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You have got to be able to play within yourselves and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
The offense changing the play. Carr throws to the tight end. It's caught. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Looking downfield is Carr. Throws for the tight end. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
How about that? That's already the third target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
They'll move the wide receiver. They're in the gun, third down. Here's Carr. He fires a bullet to the right. Complete downfield. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
On target over the middle. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
Well, that receiver, he knew he had to get his head turned around quickly. He's running the curl route against zone coverage, but he knows his quarterback is going to be firing that ball into him. It's a rocket pass.
Makes a catch. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Got his man on the outside. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And that touchdown just got this whole place going, didn't it? You got everybody doing the Irish jig. Touchdown, Jesus is happy. You got the leprechaun, he's dancing. The energy in this place right now is on another level after that score. No wonder this is such a tough place to come in and try to get a win on the road.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Stanford Cardinal offense comes out, and they'll have it for the first time today. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did, and he was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend him.
Right, and that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to plan for him because how you treat him is everything, and they can still run the football with him, and they can still throw it to him, and he's just a nightmare matchup. And, you know, you want to slow him down, like make some of those easy touches a little bit harder for him, but you know he's going to get hits.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Really nice play on the pick. Was looking for a little more yardage, but great field position at the 34. This offense has it with really good field position. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Makes the catch. It's Graham. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Irish trying to strike gold in this red zone trip. Back to throw. It's Carr. Here's a heat. There he goes. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening. At the end of that play, there is still a member of the Fighting Irish down on the field. Notre Dame has it now, first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Irish! And they take it in for 6 more points. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Stanford's offense heads out, hoping to move the ball on this drive. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Looking downfield on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Blackburn. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Stanford with a lot of options here on second and short. The run inside. It's Ford. Stumbled to the ground.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
On the option. He'll toss it, gliding off the defender. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end. Stanford going back to work with another first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Yaw. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Takes the easy one to the back. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. Running through contact. Gets away from one. He's got space. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. That's the way you get things going. A huge play and now attacking from just inside the red zone. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on. The defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. He'll bring it out. It's Barres. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Here's Carr to throw. He rifles one deep down the right side. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Scanning the field is Carr. Rushes on him. On target to the left. And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They've got a first down here to open the period. Quarterback making checks. Throwing, Carr. He fires to the left side. Upstairs to make the catch. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Looking to throw again. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown! Fighting Irish! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
The Cardinal offense takes the field ready to attack. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Stanford lines up to punt it away. First run of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Making side adjustments here. Carr unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Notre Dame explosive in the passing game. Let's see what they do here. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Fires to the wideout. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Complete to the right. He's brought down the 1, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Gonna run it. It's Mobley. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Did you see how fast he got to the ball carrier to get that tackle for loss? Wow.
Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Going for 6. Into the hallelujah land. Touch. Notre Dame. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? We got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Hey, guys, checking in on the Stanford sideline. I can see a lot of...
He lofts one down the sideline. Leaping grab for a big gain. And they'll bring him down after the long completion, a chunk play for the offense. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Here comes the heat. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Bounced right back to them.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls.
2nd down after the offense averted absolute disaster. Looking to fire. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he...
Lets it fly deep downfield. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Here on the Notre Dame sideline, there is a lot of excitement right now on the sideline. I see their quarterback going up to guys and saying, let's keep eating. This is what they expected from him, and he has gotten them off to a terrific start.
Turns on the Jets. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. What an impact from that last explosive play. They were pinned down in their own territory. Now 1st and 10 from their own 45. Here's Carr to throw. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. They'll run it. It's Williams. They stop him right there. A pickup of 10, enough for the 1st down, and we've also taken it to the 2-minute timeout. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. And he's in! Touchdown, Fighting Irish! That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now.
Oh, he's got some space. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the 1st down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Caught in the backfield. It's 4.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Back to pass on 2nd down. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. Timeout is called by the Cardinal. That's their 1st. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Stanford comes to the line, and that 1st down marker is a long way away. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Finds us back in the middle. Got room at the 35. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28. This offense always looking for those big explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Maybe a crease. Got enough space. Touchdown, Stanford! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
A nice job by this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now listen, it's not even halftime yet. So keep fighting, going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
He'll bring it out. It's Bareth. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do, build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, if I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there, if I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
And he was looking to the end zone, and they couldn't make the connection.
Man, you got to give credit to this defense in the sudden change situation. They barely had a chance to even blink. Just a second ago, they were on the sideline. All of a sudden, there's a turnover. They got to take the field. They're on their own goal line, and a phenomenal job getting lined up, communicating, and making sure that pass play fell incomplete.
Man, really good job by this defense, staying positive. They gave up a bunch of yards, got down towards the shadow of their own goal line. 2 straight passes, 2 incompletions, trying to just get off the field here with only giving up 3 points.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Cardinal! And they take it in for 6 more points.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets a block. Just a step short of midfield as he goes out of bounds, and what a spectacular return. Let's go down to the sideline and holler.
Here on the Notre Dame sideline, there is so much excitement from these players. This has turned into somewhat of a shootout. The offenses continue to score, but I have seen some of the defensive players say, we have got to turn it up right now. We'll see if the offense can answer again, or if the defense starts to make a statement. Back to you.
And he makes the catch inside the 25. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. He might want another play. Throwing, Carr, under fire. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. That's a bad drop.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air, it's Carr. Here's the pressure. And they got him. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Just about set to get this second half underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Before we kick off the second half, Ollie Rowe, what do you have?
Hey guys, Stanford's head coach will be coming out of the locker room. They have got to start dominating at the line of scrimmage. Here to start the third quarter, they have not been able to establish their run game. Being a one-dimensional team will not work on the road with this hostile crowd and this hostile environment. He said, we have got to start asserting ourselves up front and show that we can be the more physical team. I'll keep you posted on if they're able to do that here to start the third. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Stanford wants to push the pace. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Carr. Under fire. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Might be calling a hot route. Back to pass, it's Carr. Looking down the middle. With the catch, it's Gilbert. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. He picked up a big chunk of yardage there, and there will be Irish jigs going in the stands.
Yeah, and a lot of excitement.
Finding some room. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Just a great job by the quarterback, the running back, the offensive line. Sneaky little devils. What do? Make it look like pass, sneak in the run, catch you off guard. Great play call by the offense.
Makes the grab in their space. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He is denied, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football...
Touchdown, Irish! And the stomping has commenced. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Running inside. It's Ford. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the 1st down, new set of downs, let's go.
Stanford gets set to snap it on 1st down. Motion from the wide receiver. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Pulls it in. It's Ford. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over him. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Trying play action. throws to the wideout. And the pass falls incomplete, and we've played 3. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Makes the grab, he's got a 1st down. Touchdown, Stanford! Rolled his way into the end zone.
On these critical 4th downs, as a quarterback, you've got to find your best matchup, and they didn't just get the 1st down. He had his guy one-on-one.
Trying to get the 2. Here comes the heat, and down goes the quarterback, and they won't be able to get any closer with the 2-point try. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
And listen, it's getting late in the game. It's in the 4th quarter, and they got to make something happen when you're down by this much. But I'll tell you what, this onside kick went like the defense and the offense has gone for this day. It's just underwhelming, not successful, just been a bad day.
Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. The senior defensive tackle being looked at by medical personnel. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on how he's doing. Right back to it. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
It's complete. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They'll go right back to the run. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
Draws are such a smart way to take advantage of fast defensive linemen that want to get upfield and get after the quarterback. It keeps them honest, makes them realize they got to play the run too. Great play call.
Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And the beatdown has ensued. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
I got to be honest, as a guy that used to play for Steve Spurrier, I never have a problem watching offenses continue throwing the ball when they've got a big lead. And that's what you've seen in this one. They're way up on the scoreboard. This coach is still letting this guy chuck the rock. That now his 5th passing touchdown, and I believe you keep throwing it until the defense proves they can stop you.
Stanford's offense heads out, hoping to move the ball on this drive. On the run, it's Ford. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Ford. They don't fall for the screen. Great job retracing and stopping him at the line of scrimmage. 3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Gets the back moving. grabbed in the backfield. It's Williams. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. They'll try to run for it. They got him on the ground. Great tackling by this D to stop him short of the 1st down marker.
And I love the aggressiveness and physicality of this defense. 3rd down, they run the football. You say absolutely not. This is a strength of this offense. Usually they're really good at converting 3rd downs. This defense just stood up and made a play.
And they get the icing on the cake, and that might make for some long memories after this one.